I've asked Dr. Gary Habermas to join us today. He's one of our top scholars on the faculty. He was actually one of my professors here, 1980 to 84. But he teaches at Oxford, in addition to Liberty, Oxford, Cambridge, Edinburgh. Anything would you like to ask Dr. Peterson about?
Ask him. No.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't prepared for that, but let me do this. 1 year ago, last Easter, somebody sent me a posting from one of your postings, and it included an article that I wrote, a really brief one on the resurrection. And you made a comment there. You said, not the article, but the topic. You said, this may be the most important topic I've ever considered. Had you been thinking about that for a long time, or, this Easter question, the center of Christianity?
The sticking point, I would say, with the atheist community and the Christian community, let's say, I don't really think is the existence of God. That's a sticking point, and it's not trivial. But I think the true sticking point is the idea of the bodily resurrection of Christ, right? And that's a very rough sticking point, because it's key to Christianity, and it flies in the face of the standard materialist objective view of the world. And so it's something that I wrestle with continually. And I think that's okay. I mean, one of the things I learned, I love this. I did a series of biblical lectures in 2017, and one of the things I learned, and I should have known this before, but I didn't, was that the word Israel, the name Israel, means he who wrestles with God. And so that the chosen people, the people of Israel, are people who wrestle with God. And I do think that is the sign of a life that's being lived properly, because if God is the source of meaning, let's say, among other things, the source of significance, the source of purpose, and the place where answers might conceivably emerge, it is a wrestling, if you're honest, because no one knows enough to be certain of anything in some sense. And what you do as you pursue the adventure of your life, if you do pursue it, is to wrestle with those questions of ultimate meaning. And the positive element of the idea that it's those who wrestle that are already the chosen people it's such a lovely idea, because it means that despite our doubt, which is inevitable, I believe, the fact that we're willing to contend with that doubt and to move forward in our lives already puts us on the right track. And so that's a lovely thing. Well, with the resurrection, it's an issue that I wrestle with continually, because there's so much in the New Testament that is profound beyond comprehension. I mean, you see this in the biblical writings in general, like the story of Cain and Abel, for example. It's 10 sentences. It's some fragment of a story. It's not even a full paragraph, and it's infinitely deep. You could study that story and analyze it for your entire life and never get to the bottom of it. It's a real miracle that a story like that can exist. And there are statements in the New Testament that are like that. They're so surprising. You see that in the Sermon on the Mount in particular, but not only there, that are so surprising that it's almost impossible to understand how they could have come about from the standard scientific materialist perspective, say. But the claim is so overwhelming and also so mysterious that I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of the idea of the physical resurrection. It's complicated conceptually right within the confines of the Gospels themselves. I don't know what it means metaphysically. I understand what it means symbolically, and that's usually the approach I take, given that I'm a psychologist. I mean, I do believe that the part of the human being that leads us to redemption is the part of us that dies when it's in error and is reborn as something better and new. And I think that's true practically and scientifically and metaphysically. It's true at every level of existence. But I also don't know what it would mean to live that way fully. You know, if you were fully awake to your errors and fully taking advantage of every opportunity that was put before you and fully devoted to the good, to the highest good that you could conceptualize, I have no idea what the limit of transformation might be for a human being, because we're very mysterious creatures in a very mysterious world.
At lunch, he'll get you clear on the resurrection. All right, we're good. All right. One fun question. I noticed